Hello, world! Fandroid creepypasta, There's No Escape, by Fluffy Sunbutt. Published on April 3rd, 2018. Oh boy, let's cue that horror music and set the mood. Ahem. Fandroid creepypasta, There's No Escape. It was already night as I suddenly awoken from a horrible nightmare. It was a Fandroid. I remember the first time I discovered him. The first song I could recall watching was an Undertale song about a ghost. Ooh, you mean the Napstablook song, Spooky Blooky Wave. And the last song I remember watching was a Tattletale song. Oh, you mean Don't Tattle on Me? It's been a while since I saw that musical robot, a little too long. I'm now almost 20, and I kinda miss the robot, so I subscribed to him again after so many years. Oh, okay, so I guess this fanfic takes place many years in the future? I'm not really sure, but the author says that they're 20 years old, and that they can barely remember my music. Man, that Tattletale song was over a year ago, so yes, it's certainly been a while. I'm now almost 20, and I kinda miss that robot, so I subscribed to him again after so many years. Even if I'm not really the intended audience, I still enjoy his videos like I did before. Recently, I found that he started a gaming channel about 10 months ago. Man, it has been a while. When I saw that gaming channel, I was all like, he has 2 channels now? This person has been away from the situation for a long time. That's right. I have 2 channels, Fandroid Music and Fandroid Game. Thank you for subscribing to both. Boy, was I sure surprised, but enough of memory lane. I have to continue on. Yes, what I just described there is true. I'm almost 20 and it has been a while. The rest about the nightmare and what's going on happen next isn't with what's going on. Oh, okay, so the author really is 20 years old and they really don't remember my old music. But they've decided to write this fanfiction. Well, that's nice of them. Let's continue on. I got up from my bed and went to the bathroom, leaving the door open. As I go to the sink and pour water on my face to wake me up, I sighed in relief as I looked in the mirror. So many questions were in my head. Why am I having these nightmares? Why am I scared of them? I'm not supposed to be scared of nightmares that aren't real. I turned off the light, and as soon as I am about to go to my room, I heard a noise downstairs, while at the same time, the lights went out. Luckily, I always carry a flashlight for occasions like this. I turned on the flashlight as I went downstairs to see if it was my cat causing so much noise. As I gently go down the stairs quickly but cautiously, I go to check on the power box, and as I check the power box to check why did it go off, I discovered that someone cut the wires. Someone must be in here, I said in my head as I ran to my room so I could hide from whoever was inside. But when I ran past the basement, I heard a sudden noise coming from down there. Ooh, something spooky and scary is in the basement. I hope it's my cat. I stopped and went back as I stared at the black empty darkness below that my flashlight couldn't reach as I went down the creaky stairs, my hands shaking scared. Hello? I said softly, not realizing I was letting myself known and putting myself in danger. I got to the bottom as I went deeper into the dark space. I searched cautiously. In the corner of my eyes, I saw 2 red glowing eyes staring at me as I suddenly turned off the flashlight so whatever is in the dark doesn't see me. As I stared at them afraid, suddenly it spoke. I know you're there.
Oh dear.
The voice said in a malicious way. It was a robot-like voice. It sounded like Fandroids, but in a deep, demonic way. But how was that possible that he's in my house? I gulped as I went from the stairs slowly, when suddenly the eyes began to move toward me as if it was sprinting for me, as I ran for my dear life up the stairs, closing the door and running to hide in the closet. But before I could reach the closet, the door was suddenly broken by a metal claw as they opened the door with force. I got a glimpse of them. It was Fandroid, but he looked withered and broken. His screen was broken, and the worst part was that he had the most terrifying, sociopathic smile. I bolted for the door. Now I was outside and into the trees and I went to hide. But no matter how much I ran, I could hear the sound of gears getting closer and closer as he screamed with pleasure in his voice, teasing me. The more you run, the more excited I get to kill you. He laughed maniacally in that horrific voice. I hid in the bushes, shaking, holding back my tears and the need to cry so he wouldn't find me. I hear the gears getting slower as he searched for me. Where could you be? He said softly and slowly. I breathed slowly and quietly as I prayed he wouldn't find me, when suddenly, there you are! I quickly jumped, avoiding his claw from grabbing me as I stumbled there and ran once more. How did you even find me? I can't outrun him, I said to myself as I suddenly tripped on a rock and fell rolling down a small hill as everything blacked out all around me. Oh my gosh. Oh, this fanfiction's terrifying.
No kidding.
I slowly woke up on the dirty ground as I tried to get up from the pain. Leaves and dirt stuck to my hair, and I shaked them out, and gently getting up, the side of my body hurted a lot as I tried to walk it off. Ugh, I just rolled down a huge hill. I looked at my body, covered in cuts and bruises, as I looked around me confused, realizing I was still in the woods. Did I lose him? I said between my words, still confused.
Hopefully
I think I'm lost. How will I get back now? You can't. I looked back, but before I could react, I was grabbed by the neck and already swung over and pushed against a tree as the grip tightened around my neck, at the same time making the pain around my body worse. A sharp-shaped knife was shoved in my face as I looked at them with that smirk of their face. He was really holding a knife. His other claws retracted and formed a shape like a knife weapon that was now against my face. First, I'll slowly and pleasurably torture you until you're dead, he said, smirking wider, cutting my face faster than I could blink. Ah! This is scary. This is too scary. This fanfiction is scary. Oh, he's threatening me with a knife. This is not good. I don't want to be... Oh, he's a sociopathic, scary robot. This is not good. No. Alright, next part. I was now bleeding from the cut that was across my face. I winced as I got the strength to kick him off, and I felt the thud on the hard ground. I got up fighting the pain from my entire body. Every time I moved a muscles, I tried to get away as fast as possible when suddenly my chest was now burning with a sharp pain never felt before. As I looked down, the very same sharp blade now stabbed through me as I coughed up blood, and I was swung around once more as the blade slid out of my chest and I was flung in the air like some rag doll, finally landing, hitting a large rock, grunting as more pain worsened in my entire body, now letting me get back to as I was now bleeding from my chest, losing blood on the cold ground. You can't get away from me, he said, getting closer. No matter what you do, I'll be there to kill you. He looked down at me, laughing between his words. What a shame. I really was looking forward to killing you slowly, but that stunt you did back there leaves me no choice but to kill you faster, or I could just watch you die slowly. But what fun is that if I don't get to stab you until you're dead? He said, raising his sharp blade upon her as he stabbed her to the point of death. Wow, this guy is terrible. He's evil. I don't like this guy at all. This is a very adult fan fiction. I'm so sorry for giving you nightmares. Finally killing his victim, laughing insanely. Soon there will be no one standing in my way. The end. What? That's the end? That's the end of the story. That was the most horrible story ever. Oh no, that story was terrible. I didn't like the ending. That was a sad ending. It was not a happy ending like I thought it was gonna be. I thought he was gonna get revenge or get away. Oh no, just got stabbed at the end. Man, that Fandroid guy is evil. Why is Fandroid so evil? Why are you such a creeper? Why are you such a creepypasta droid? Why are you doing that? Oh my gosh. Okay, well this has to be one of the most chilling and frightening fanfictions we've ever read on this channel. Oh my gosh. What a scary, scary fanfiction. I can barely take it all in. That was called There's No Escape by Fluffy Sunbutt. And that one was just too much to handle, I must say. This is just about a killer droid who goes around stabbing people with a knife. And that is not a pleasant thing. Alright. Well, I enjoyed reading the fanfiction nonetheless. It was still kind of fun and kind of scary. It was not very canon. This is not how the real Fandroid would be acting. I'm not an evil person. There was no explanation for why I was so evil in this fanfiction. It just said I was evil. That is not good. I am not like that. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks so much for watching. We'll be sure to read more fanfictions on this channel in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.